Hi students, this is Anusha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St. Joseph College of Arts and Science for Women. Here in this video, we are going to see OSI reference model. So today's topic, what we are going to cover are OSI reference model and its services. First, what is OSI reference model? So OSI reference model is nothing but open system interconnection model. That is system open for communication with other system. That is how data is transferred from one computer to another in a computer network. It is otherwise called as internationally standardized network architecture. In order to accomplish successful communication between computers and network or architectures, 7 layers of OSI model are there. So it was introduced by ISO in the year 1984. So the 7 layers of the OSI model are application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer and physical layer. Let's start with the topmost layer, application layer. Application layer, it is used by network applications or services. Services that directly support software application for the file transfer, database access and email etc. Means a computer application that uses internet like Chrome, Firefox, Skype etc. Next to application layer is presentation layer. Presentation layer receives data from the application layer in the form of characters or numbers. The presentation layer converts the characters and numbers into machine understandable binary format. Uh, Presentation layer secures the data transmission, that is example data encryption and data compression. Next to presentation layer is session layer. Session layer helps in setting up and managing connections, enabling, that is sending and receiving of data through it is used for file transfer and remote login. Uh, it receives data in the form of packets. It performs token management and synchronization. Transport layer controls the reliability of communication through segmentation, flow control and error control. It manages transmission packets. If needed, it repackages long messages when necessary into small packets for transmission. And finally, it reassembles packets in correct order to get the original message. Transport layer handles error recognition and error recovery. So the transport layer it gives acknowledgement when the packet is delivered and resend missing packet. Next to transport layer is network layer. The transport layer passes data segments to network layer. Here the data unit here in the network layer are called as packets. Here network layer manages logical addressing and routing of data with the subnet. It determines the route from source to destination. It manages traffic problem such as switching, routing and controlling the congestion of data packets. Here the routing can be based on the static table and it determines at the start of each session. Individually it will be determined for each packet reflecting the current network load. Next is data link layer. It receives packet from the network layer. The data packets contain IP address of sender and receiver. Here physical addressing is done as we do logical addressing in the network layer. Data unit in the data link layer are called as frames. It waits for an acknowledgement from the receiving computer. The next to data link layer is the physical layer. It transmits bits from one computer to another. The definition of 0 and 1 example, how many volt represent 1 and how long a bit lasts. It defines how the cable is attached to the network adapter and what transmission technique is used to send data over the cable. Uh, Whether the channel is simplex or duplex, everything will be discussed here. Physical layer converts the binary sequence into signals and transmits over local media. Then the services provided by the OSI model. In this model, each layer provides service to the layer above and consumes service provided by the layer below. Here the active element in the layer are called entities. Entity in some layers in different machine called peer entities. The connections between this layer can offer connection oriented or connectionless services. Connection oriented like telephone system, connectionless like postal system. Each service has an associated quality of service. Example, it can be reliable or unreliable. And this is about the OSI layer. Thank you.